Welcome back to Stardew Valley and the O'Leary Farm. I am recording this in OBS rather than XSplit, which should solve some of my audio problems. I am also aware of a microphone issue that's causing some strange artifacts. That is a result of the hardware that I'm using and not the software. I hope you'll bear with me through this episode. Within the next couple of weeks, I am expecting to upgrade my microphone. Let's see what's on TV. The weather report. It's going to be a beautiful sunny day tomorrow. Sounds wonderful, except for the whole watering our crops bit. Hoo! I see a glimmer within my scrying orb, a shard of knowledge from the future. The spirits are mildly perturbed today. Luck will not be on your side. Living off the land. This one's for you folks living in Stardew Valley. Check for spring onions southwest of town, where the river meets the ocean. You can sometimes find a whole bunch growing right out of the dirt. Of course, we did that on the first day. I'm going to go ahead and water all my plants. I really enjoy this game, and I'm enjoying bringing you this series. It challenges me in ways that Enter the Gungeon does not. There's a lot of space where things aren't actively happening, and it encourages me to continue talking through it. I think that's a good thing. I'm able to share a few more insights this way when I'm not fighting for my life constantly. So that's nice. I'm going to go ahead and pick some of these rocks up, cut down a little more tree, see if I can't get to 300. Then I'll go into town, buy some seeds, increase my crop production, maybe meet a few more people. That'd be great. I can try out my voice acting such as it is. I love it. So relaxing after a long day. I have received some really positive feedback from my viewers, and I just want to thank you for that. I really do want to establish a very positive attitude for this channel, and you guys have not let me down. You've been very positive and uplifting, and I hope that I can return that to you. Okay, so I don't have inventory room for those mixed seeds, so I'll just come up here to the chest and see what we can put away. I would actually like to take this wood out and cut just a little bit more to get up to 300. I'll go grab those mixed seeds along with the ones that are in the chest, and I'll plant a little bit more of them. I believe they just give you the forage for whatever season you're in. Oh, I missed a second one. That's right. I'll go plant them up here. This is kind of my miscellany section of the garden. I'll cut down another tree, and that should get me very close to the amount of wood I want. It's already 10 a.m., but I think that still gives me plenty of time to peruse the city itself. So I'm not sure exactly how the opacity thing works there. I think it's when you're standing directly behind the leaves of the tree that you can see through it. It doesn't seem to work all the time. I did forget to water these plants, so I'll go ahead and do that now. I have 300 wood, so I'm going to go to the beach today. But I'm going to start by popping into Pierre's and see what he has for sale. Anything forage-wise out here? Nope. Easy to check this place. You don't tend to get a great deal of forage there, but it's very fast to check, so That works out pretty well. Hi, Haley.
I've decided I'm going to organize my clothes today. I'll have to throw out all of last year's styles to make room for the new ones.
Haley, I don't know that you and I can see eye to eye, but you're cool and all. There might be other ways, like I tend to be maybe more of a pack rat than I ought to be, but I don't think you need to dispose of your entire wardrobe every single year just to get new stuff. I don't know. It's just me. I'll let it go. This game is so gorgeous, and it just pulls you into this relaxed atmosphere that it sets up. I love it. Hey, Robin. So we can shop here and buy all sorts of stuff, including recipes so that we can craft things on our own with various things. Wood, stone, basic windows, small windows, just house redecorating things for the most part. The calendar can be useful, but I don't have 2,000 coins that I just want to throw at it. It lets you see the birthdays and special events within your own house, which is kind of handy. She also allows you to upgrade your house. So it'll cost 10,000 gold, which is a ridiculous fortune at this stage in the game. And then it would also cost 450 pieces of wood, which is relatively easy to come by. I'm interested, but I don't have the money, so. Construct farm buildings. So there's coops that are for holding chickens and rabbits and ducks, I believe. Is it? Yeah, chickens, rabbits, and ducks. And then there are barns that are for cows, sheep, goats, and pigs. And then there is a well, which allows you to fill your watering can wherever you are on your property, which if you're on the far side from either of the lakes, it can be handy to have one there. I have not personally bought one of these, but they are quite cheap. Silo lets you hold grain, so if you use your scythe on the regular grasses, they'll turn into hay if you have a silo on your property. I recommend building this before you build your coop so that you can start to harvest hay before you actually have to be feeding your animals. The stable is for your horse, and it comes with a horse, and that increases your move speed as you walk through the town. It does also increase your size a little bit, which gives you a little trouble when you're trying to go through one-space passageways. A minor complaint, but makes sense when you're on a horse. Also, the slime hutch is for raising slimes that you find if you happen to go into the mines. That's a very late stage, in my opinion. Greetings, I'm Demetrius, local scientist and father. Thanks for introducing yourself. You're welcome. I'm studying the local plants and animals from my home laboratory. Have you met my daughter Maru? She's interested to meet you. Of course she is. I'm awesome. I'm not good enough friends with Maru to enter her bedroom. That seems reasonable. That's also true of Sebastian. It's 1:20 already. I'd better get to the store. I'd like to pop up to say hi to Linus, but I definitely want to make sure that I get to the store in time to buy some seeds. And that's not the way to the store exactly, so I'll go around the correct path. You know, these small towns, so incredibly easy to get lost in. Also not the way to the store. I'm a little tired. It's been a long day. Hi, Pierre. Parsnips. Well, I think I will sell you these daffodils to get a little bit more. and maybe buy a slew, that's a technical term, a whole slew, not a half a slew, of course, of potato seeds. They tend to be a pretty good cash crop. They're not ridiculously good, but they can give you multiple potatoes in a single harvest, and they only take 6 days to mature. I'd also like to pick up the backpack upgrade once we get to 2000, but it might not even be the first priority. Oh, hi, Elliot. I still can't believe it's not butter. Hello, Ryan. I know that reference dates me, but yeah. Alright, let's get going. There seems to be a help wanted. Looking for a buddy to bring me a Joja Cola. Sam, 75 gold on delivery. Sam will be thankful. Joja Cola. I think I had one of those, but I'm not sure if I sold it. How was your first night in the old cottage? I don't remember Lewis's voice, so I'm just gonna make him my idea of old. Your grandpa used to complain about the rickety old bed, but I think deep down he actually loved that house. I'm gonna pop into the saloon. I could use a drink after a day like this. Maybe a nice root beer, Joja Cola, something. Or just straight up beer, I guess. That's not really my cup of tea. Coffee? No. I'd probably drink beer before I'd drink coffee. It's a toss-up though, I assure you. Let me say hi to Gus. Gotta go behind the counter to talk to him. Hey, you look like you could use a beverage. Hey, you still look like you could use a beverage. I could use a beverage, but you don't have root beer, and you don't have soda, and you don't have deliciousness. Let's play an arcade game. Journey of the Prairie King. Now, I have a hilarious story relating to this. My little one beat this first level, and I told her that she had not. And then I came in here and discovered that she had, in fact, beaten it. It turns out there was a glitch in this game where if you did not move, you could fire and collision detection wouldn't activate. So she stood in the middle of the square and just kept shooting in every direction until all of the zombies were dead. And that's how she beat the first level. It was kind of funny. I ended up sending the developer a note about it. It was pretty funny. I suppose I should test to make sure that one was taken care of. I assume it was. Going pretty well so far. I do believe the luck from the day has a bearing on what kind of drops you're likely to get in this game. I'm not certain whether that's the case though. So this is cool. It makes all the enemies run away from you in a very Pac-Man-esque fashion. I'm not sure why I'm a cowboy fighting zombies, but I'm into it. Maybe they're orcs. I'm not sure why I'm a cowboy fighting orcs, but I'm into it. Ah! Alright. That's a nice item. Rapid fire, 3-shot, and such. Now you do have a stored item, and you have the ability, if you pick up a second item when you have one stored, it'll automatically use the new item. Another nice thing that the developer fixed, it used to be that the coins could get stuck on the edges if you killed them where they are right now, for example. But now, if you get close enough to the edge, you'll pick up the coins anyway. It's nice to have a responsive developer, especially, I mean, one guy made this, and he's been very responsive to the community that's pointed things out to him. I'm having traumatic flashbacks to Gungeon now. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, from a control perspective, you move with WASD and you fire with the arrow keys. You can play Stardew Valley with an Xbox controller if you have one that works, a wired controller. Having been a PC gamer for so long, I find using the keyboard to be easier anyway. Let's see, let's buy a gun upgrade. That will increase the rate of fire for your gun. The ammo upgrade increases the damage, and the boots increase your movement speed. All of which work very well in conjunction to increase your survivability. If only they had heart containers. I jest. And there are lives, of course, that you can pick up with the cowboy hat. I like this, it's a nice diversion. So, I am very interested in hearing, again, and I've said this on multiple occasions, what you guys want to see on the channel. I have gotten some feedback now, and I will be introducing some new series and some new one-off episodes in the not-too-distant future. But keep them coming. I appreciate any feedback that I can get. I only ask that you be respectful. If you don't like something I'm doing, there are a number of positive and constructive ways that you can tell me that. And I am much more likely to be receptive to that sort of feedback than any sort of wanton negativity. Do try to keep that in mind. So far, I haven't gotten negative feedback on this, and I appreciate that, but I'm also willing to accept any constructive criticism you might have for me. I want to get better. Both as a commentator and as a gamer. Yeah, I'm taking damage where I probably shouldn't, but it's still going pretty well. This is a nice example of attention to detail. You could easily have put arcade games that were out of order or any number of explanations as to why you can't play them. But instead, he gave us two fully functioning arcade games as mini-games within the larger game. And it's a nice touch. I imagine as a developer, it kind of gave him something to do besides the core Stardew Valley experience. I mean, my understanding is he worked on this for about 7 years before he put it out, so change of pace might have been a welcome thing. Of course, that's all conjecture on my part. Even when you're doing something you love, simple repetition can be tiresome. And it's clear that the developer poured quite a bit of love into this game. I've been getting pretty lucky with this run, both in terms of money and lives. I've covered a multitude of mistakes simply by getting lucky and getting lives. I certainly think I'll be able to buy upgrades each time I get a shot. That's the zombie thing, but I'll just wait. Let's see, do I upgrade my gun again? I think so. It's the most expensive upgrade available. And no, that's not the standard upgrade, that's actually the power-up that's still burning. Works pretty well against the boss, that's for sure. So I could grab the log, but I wouldn't get the life if I did so. So just a warning, when you fight the bosses, go ahead and make sure you collect the life before you go to the log. I'm not sure who those guys are, but they seem pretty cool. Guys I'd like to hang out with. Random bear dog creature things. Butterflies of death. Ah, gotta get that life. This is working out really well. Pretty well. This is going to be a longer episode because when you're in the video game, time pauses in the real world. I appreciate that because it would be kind of a bummer to be halfway through playing this and then pass out and be dragged back to your house. That would be unfortunate. Comedic for sure, but unfortunate. That's one way of passing out in the bar I don't think they accounted for. It's going well. I am going to get as far as I can. I'm just kind of competitive like that. I guess I'm not competing, but I like to set goals for myself. Alright, I think I get the boots here. I mean, that's the obvious choice since it's the only thing I can buy. But movement speed's good. I definitely want to get ammunition next, so that I'm not shooting peas at the enemy. At least I'd be shooting heavier peas at the enemy. Nope. Yes. Alright. Still, I have a positive life economy so far. We'll try to make it work for us. Oh, there's another one. We've gotten really lucky. I thought the TV said that the spirits were angry at us. Maybe it's because we're playing video games all the time. I don't know. The flying creatures, certainly later in this game, are a little, in the mini-game I should say, can be a little annoying. That's actually true of the flying creatures in the main game. They probably represent the biggest threats. Yep, just keep on. I need to get some 5-coin pickups, otherwise I'm not going to be able to buy anything next time the shop comes around. Nothing I can do about that, of course, it seems to be random. Getting a fair way through this. This is a pretty long mini game, and I might break this episode into parts if necessary. I'm sure you'd understand that. I need all that money, but I couldn't get to it, so. Dems de breaks. On the plus side, this will likely end sooner than it might otherwise have. So, how are we feeling about length of episode? I'm finding the episodes are running about 20 to 30 minutes, at least the Gungeon episodes. Sometimes a little bit longer. Is that too much? Like, do you guys want shorter episodes? Do you want me to cover things that are easier to digest? Just one more element of feedback I'd love to receive from you guys. Alright, grab that. I need 5 more. Seems unlikely, but I'm willing to hold out hope. Oh, I need that. I need that so badly. There we go. Okay. Cool. Would I like another 1 or 2 of those? Absolutely. But if I can buy on this level the damage upgrade, that should help a lot. There's a 5. Grab it and run. Need to be very careful here. But this is the end of the wave, so I should be good. I'll get a store. I'll buy the bullet upgrade. And then I think it's the boss next, the second boss. Awesome. He pops out from behind the rocks. Generally it's good just, those are not rocks. He pops out from behind the trunks. Generally it's good to stay behind the trunk most of the time. And then if you go up to the edge here, you can hit him before he can hit you. Maybe a little cheesy, but it's the easiest way to beat this particular mini-boss. Awesome. Again, pick up the life before you go to the next level. I believe this is the final zone, so we covered 2 zones already. We have about 1/3 of the content left on this particular minigame. I will do my best to get through it. Alright. So they don't seem to be hitting hard, but that's mainly because the creatures have upgraded health. I am able to 2-hit the flyers, which will have to be good enough for now. It's a fun little diversion. I'm not as fond of the other minigame, but I understand the point of it. It's a bit harder. At least harder to get all the way through. I like those death shrouds because they clear the whole board of enemies. It's great when you're getting swarmed. Working out okay. Our target is 20 by the time we get the next store, which will be this room and the next room. Okay. We'll see how this goes. I don't know what those bear dogs are here for, but they seem helpful. You can't walk over them or shoot them, or at least you don't get anything for doing so. So we made it through another room. It's looking like we may not get another upgrade. We certainly didn't that time, but it's okay. You don't always get enough gold to do so. I think this is mainly flyers this time. Or maybe it's the next one that's almost exclusively flyers. What I needed to do with that time when they were stunned was make an exit path, which I failed to do, and then I paid for it. No worries. Still very well within the realm of possibility that we could beat this. Please let me get that death shroud. There we go. It's not a death shroud, it's a skeleton in a cloak. Not up on my Stardew Valley minigame nomenclature, of course, but neither are you. Don't look at me like that. Ah, we might do it. We might do it. I should have used my active item. I'm not sure if the creatures you kill with the skeleton with the cloak can drop anything or not. If not, it might be kind of sabotaging your chance of getting upgrades. I'm kind of okay with that if it increases my chance of not dying. Okay, there's another level down. Yeah, I think this is the annoying one with a bajillion flyers. Yep, a bajillion flyers as advertised. Alright. Ah. I think this one ends in this room, which is unfortunate because I believe this is the next to last chamber. Let's see. Please drop it. Ah. Alright, what do I want? What do I need? I need, double vision and the shock rifle. I've been playing a lot of Gundam. Alright, well, thank you. I am going to end the episode here, and then I will bring you back next episode for the rest of day 4. Thank you very much.